Hello students, welcome back to Programming in C language. This is your Sreekanth. Hope you are all doing good. So today I am coming with a new topic called characteristics of computers. Before that, the previous session we had discussed in detail about ASCII code, ASCII 8, ASCII 8-bit, ASCII 7-bit, okay, with a complete chart about 0 to 127, 0 to 255 characters, okay. Complete chart I explained. If you missed that session, please go and check it out, those sessions, previous sessions, okay. Coming to this session, the agenda of this session is characteristics of computers, capabilities of computers, limitations of computers, and suitable examples, okay. So we try to discuss in detail here with the several characteristics, capabilities of computers, limitations of computers, some suitable examples, okay. Coming to the characteristics of computers, several characteristics of computers there, like accuracy, speed, large storage capacity, versatility, reliability, diligence, automatic, source of entertainment, cost effectiveness, quick decision, power of remembering, multitasking, no intelligence, no feeling. So in the examination, you need to write all these characteristics. You need to explain elaborately each and every characteristics. Okay. So once again, I'm explaining what are the various characteristics of computers: accuracy, speed, large storage capacity, versatility, reliability, diligence, automatic, source of entertainment, cost effectiveness, quick decision, power of remembering, multitasking, no intelligence, and no feeling. Coming to the accuracy, computer system always produces accurate results with valid data and instructions. Computers performs several calculations with 100% accuracy without errors. Even errors is going to be getting it completely due to what? Your data inconsistency or inaccuracy. The errors in computers are due to what? Human and inaccurate data. See, computer always produces what? Accurate results, but there is a chances to getting errors due to what? What we are giving data as inconsistency or inaccuracy. The errors in computer are due to what? Human and inaccurate data. The accuracy of the computer is constantly high and it can perform several operations with the carry out calculations and analysis accurately and speedy. See, computer always produces what? Accurate results. If getting any errors due to complete the mistake of what? Either human, what he is going to be giving improper data or inaccurate data. Due to that reason only, we may not get accurate results. But as per computer point of view, computer always produces what? 100% accuracy. Speed. A computer performs operations with very high speed in nature. It can process millions of instructions in fraction of seconds. So it is basically measured in what? Like nanoseconds, picoseconds, and so on. So it represented 1 picoseconds 10 to the power of minus 12 seconds. 1 nanosecond represented by what? 10 to the power of minus 9 seconds. Computers are much faster to perform several mathematical calculations, algorithms, high level algorithms rather than what? Human. The computer is capable of performing millions of tasks per second. Say comparatively human, computer is going to be doing job that to be high accuracy, very fast. Okay, comparatively human. Large storage capacity, it can store large volume of data. Computer can store mass storage of data with appropriate format. A computer can store and resell any information due to its storage capacity. Computers have the ability to store all types of data such as data, pictures, files, programs, games, audio, video, many, like we can store different types of formats, PDF formats, document format, text formats, PNG, JPG, like different image formats. Happily we can store. It going to be allows the large volume of data. Okay, in the form of what? Last session only we discussed, like in the form of what? Bits, bytes, kilobytes, megabytes, gigabytes, terabytes, petabytes, hexabyte, zettabyte, yottabyte. Like we can store huge volume of data in the computer. And not only storing, whenever we required, we may also get that data. We can also retrieve that data, modify data. Okay, like whenever we required, we can also use the data in the future purpose also. See, computer allows large volume of data. We may store happily large volume of data. That's what large storage capacity. Versatility. The same machine works in different fields with different applications to perform various tasks. See, it can perform a number of jobs depending upon the instructions. A computer system is what? Multitasking, so that you can do two tasks very easily at the same time. So I can give some example. See, now I prepared the slides. I am moving the slides, right? One slide after another slide, and parallelly I'm going to be recording, and parallelly I'm going to be giving my voice. Like several jobs we can able to do at a time. That is called versatility. Reliability. Computerized storage of data is much more reliable than the manual storage. See, in olden days, what happens? We are storing the data what? Manually. Due to that, so many difficulties are facing by the human, right? See, due to the human error, the in the manual storage very difficult to identify, and very difficult to maintain what? These records. Manual books are difficult to search, difficult to modify, difficult to get data related operations when you are storing the data manually. But once computer came to the picture, today every major industries and companies in the world have full confidence in their computers, complete their business, data, securities, everything they are going to be maintained in the form of what? Computers only. Today, the work of all companies is being done through what? Computers. So many major companies, from small scale industry to what? Large scale companies, all companies are dependent upon what? Computer for performing what? Data related operations, their personalized data storage, everything they are going to be depend upon what? Computer only. Data placed to another place is transport through a computer in a very short time. Happily we can transport the data from one machine to another machine. But in previously, we explicitly someone need to carry the data and transport from one end to another end. But once computer came to the picture, not required for physical transport of data from one end to another end. So we can happily transport the data from one place to another place through the network or internet based applications. The computer does all its work very honestly. See, it may work continuously, it won't look out day night like that. But human being is going to be work only 8 hours or maximum 10 hours. Okay, he's going to be getting tired, but computer machine is not like that. It is going to be working continuously 24 hours. It's going to be working on that. Okay, there is no any kind of tired, there is no any kind of errors. Okay, see, that's what most of the e-commerce companies, banking sectors, okay, for all the real world companies are going to be use what? Computer. Okay, that's what computer is what? Highly reliable in nature. Diligence. A computer is free from tiredness. Just only I told. It won't tired. Okay. It won't get any lack of concentration and fatigue. It can work for hours without creating any error. If millions of calculations are to be performed, a computer will perform every calculation with the same accuracy. Due to this capability, it overpowers human being in routine type of work. Unlike human beings, the computer can work continuously without getting tired. It can perform the same task repeatedly with the same processing speed with the accuracy. See, this is what uh, diligence feature. Okay, even after the computer has worked for such a long time, there is no decrease in its ability to work and the accuracy of the results. The computer does work without any discrimination. A computer is free from monetary and tiredness. So this is the advantage for using what? Diligence. Automatic, a machine that works itself without any human involvement, is said to be an automatic machine. It works on any given job automatically till it gets finished without any human interference. A computer is an automatic machine because once started on a job, they carry on until the job is finished without any human assistance. See, that is the advantage for using what? Automatic. But once you need to start the job, the computer is going to be automatically it going to be do the job up to the end of that job. But without human instructions, it cannot start automatically. Okay, this point remember it. Once we start that instruction, once we give an instruction, then computer automatically start for executing that instruction up to the completion of that job. Best example I can give, when you are copying. See, once you need to instruct to the computer, you are copying from source address to destination address. Once you are going to be copy and paste, you no need to interfere in between. Automatically, it going to be copy entire data from one end to another end. So that is what simple example for what? Automatic. Next important point is source of entertainment. See, we are all familiar with the computer. We are interacting with the computer for what? Entertainment purpose. Correct or not? Computer can do several jobs, but especially we are interacting with the computer for what? Entertainment purpose. Like we can play the games in the computer, we can listen the music, we can watch the movies. Okay, nowadays OTT platforms, we can also connect satellite channels. Okay, we can send the messages, text messages, we can receive the messages like chatting we may call, right? So and we can listen, we can send audio messages, video messages, like so on several entertainment applications we may interact with what? Computer. Okay, computer is not only developed for only several built-in applications and user related applications, programming related, it also entertained for end users. Cost effectiveness. See, once computer came to the real world, then computer it reduces the amount of paperwork. Previously, before computer, all are recorded the complete data in the form of what? Record books, papers, in the form of papers. They are recording for business point of view or any kind of transactions. They are written in the form of paper. But once computer came to the picture, it going to be avoids this cost effectiveness and paperwork and even more human efforts. Okay, it completely maintained what? Digitalized. Everything is going to be what? Digitalized. Electronic reports to management via email services. So everyone is familiar nowadays, right? Sending a mail, receiving a mails, because most of the IT companies or most of the companies are going to be communicate with the employees via email only. Okay, yes. Quick decisions, a computer can take the quick decisions. Okay, quick operations comparatively what? Human efforts. The computer takes the decision very quickly given by the user, which is the instruction, like several arithmetic related operations, logical related operations, analysis, like all these things automatically it takes the decision based on the data. It going to be takes the decisions and generating the reports. Power of remembering. See, computer has the power of storing any amount of information or data. See, it can store huge amount of data based on these data measurement units. We discussed about bits, bytes, kilobytes, megabytes, gigabytes, terabytes, petabytes, exabyte, zettabyte, yottabytes. Large volume of data we can store, and whenever it required, it going to be get back that data, because in computer, whatever data we are going to be storing, yes, it going to be remember on which date, on which time, where the data is going to be stored. So best example you can take in the banking sectors. You are doing any kind of transactions like withdrawing the money or depositing the money, or online transactions like doing any kind of shopping carts. You are going to be purchasing online via this payment gateway. Still, that entire transactions are going to be recorded with the form of logbooks, right? Yeah, passbook. In the banking sectors you can call it as a passbook. See, without losing any kind of transaction data, okay, happily it going to be stores each and every information recorded in computer. Multitasking, just only I said in the previous olden days, some operating system supports only single tasking operating system, only one job at a time. But nowadays all operating systems in the computer supports what? Multitasking, multi-programming. At a time we may execute different kinds of jobs in the computer at a time. See, that is what multitasking operations we may call it. Okay. Parallelly, we may learn these user related applications. We can listen the audio, uh, we can copy some one point to another point, like we may do several jobs at a time. Okay, the lot of work at the same time, that is called multitasking. Yes, some another feature also there, no intelligence. This is what some limitation of computer. A computer has no intelligence of its own because it depends upon completely user instructions for any kind of task. So a computer cannot take its own decision as you can. Okay, no feeling. It does not have a feelings or emotions, taste, knowledge and experience by its own. Okay, does it not get tired even after long hours of work because it's a machine. It does not distinguish between what? Users. See, these are all what? Various characteristics of what? Computer. In the examination, or if anybody asks what are the various characteristics of computers, you can mention these many points. So many there, but these are all the major points involved in what? Characteristics of computers. Okay, what are the various characteristics of computers we discussed? Like accuracy, speed, large storage capacity, versatility, reliability, diligence, automatic, source of entertainment, cost effectiveness, quick decision, power of remembering, multitasking, no intelligence, and no feeling. See, these are all the various points we discussed in what? Characteristics of computers. So in the examination, we need to write point by point. Okay, each and every characteristics. If possible, you can also elaborate each point. Okay. Yes. Coming to the capabilities of computers and the limitations of computers. Sometimes in exam there is a chances to ask this kind of question. What are the capabilities and limitations of computers? Write a short notes on that. Okay, it can solve. Coming to the capabilities of computers, it can solve complex calculations quickly, which takes a long time to solve manually. Okay, see, it can solve what? Complex calculations quickly, which takes what? Long time to solve manually. Yes, computer has an advantage, that one. It is a self-directing machine because this means that the user provides all the instructions to the computer at initial stage, and the later it proceeds without any human interventions. I told you, right? It is a self-directing machine. It saves and retrieves information. It can store huge amount of data and gives out the same data when needed. Next point, it communicates with the user and other machines. It can display error messages on the screen about the user's instructions or data, thereby avoiding what? Incorrect output or results. It can perform the same operation repeatedly for number of times in exactly the same way and with the same processing speed. See, that is the main advantage and capability of what? Computers. High computational and data processing operation also there. So these are all various capabilities of what? Computers. Okay, coming to the limitations of computers, so many limitations are there. Okay, yeah, a computer has no intelligence of its own. Just only we discussed in the previous slides, because it depends upon what? User's instructions for any kind of task. It cannot replace a human brain, obviously, because until unless giving the human instructions, it cannot do any job. I told you up to the fourth generation computers, but coming the latest generation of computers like fifth generation computers like robotics, artificial intelligence, they're not required for giving instructions every time. Already they programmed well inbuilt. Okay, that robotics automatically it going to be do the job based on the situation. The second point, It works only on stored procedures and cannot think on its own. Just only so I told you, based on its instructions. It does only those tasks which are already instructed to it. So based on our instruction, already we filled instruction. Based on that instruction only it can do the job. Okay. It cannot correct invalid input. Okay. Even human is going to be given some data instruction for invalid inputs. Okay, but computer cannot correct itself. After process it tells okay this is invalid input or something, but before processing while entering it cannot tell oh this is what invalid input. Okay, yeah. See, that is what I told. It cannot correct invalid input. If mistakenly given incorrect data or instructions, it does not have the ability to correct it. Okay, that is another limitation of computers. It does not have feelings. It does not turns on itself or programming itself. So these are all the various limitations of what computers. But all these limitations are going to be solved in the next generation computers called artificial intelligence. Okay, artificial intelligence, or sometimes we may call what robotics. Okay, so in this session we clearly discussed in detail about what all the several characteristics of computers, some capabilities and limitations of computers. I hope you all understood okay about this session. Okay, if you really like these videos, make it like, share and subscribe my videos. Okay, thank you all.